we're going to create the effect of an item standing in a spotlight. So the first thing we need to do is create a black background. We're going to then create a new layer, switch our foreground color to white, and using the elliptical marquee tool, we're going to draw an ellipse. And on this new layer then, we can hold down Option and Delete and fill that ellipse with white. This is going to be the bottom of our spotlight. We want to rotate this a little bit to give it more effect. So, with our spotlight layer selected, go to Edit, choose Transform, and choose Rotate. I'm going to rotate mine down and to the left just a little bit, like so, and press Return to set it. To apply then the beam of light, we're going to use a gradient. Again, create a new layer, select the Gradient tool. From the Gradient selector, choose the second one from the left, the foreground to transparent, and then we're also going to use this reflected gradient type. And select a nice gray for your foreground. For the location of this gradient, I'm going to click right around here near the center of my spotlight, and then click and drag about an inch or so to my right. That's a little far over, so I'd like to move it. To do that, just click on the Move tool, and I'm going to use my right arrow key to just move the entire layer over. With my beam of light layer selected, I'll go to Filter, I'm going to choose Noise, and I'm going to choose Add Noise. For the amount, I've put in 2.5%. I've set the distribution to Gaussian, and I've checked on monochromatic below that. Click OK, and that adds enough of a distortion to that layer. But we still have an awful clean and crisp spotlight itself. So I'll select that layer, I'll go to Filter, Blur, and choose Gaussian Blur. I'm going to set this radius at around 5 or 6 pixels, and that should be a sufficient blur. There, that looks good. In the next portion, we're going to cut off the lower portion of this beam of light so that the beam is going to stop right on that white ellipse. And we're also going to put our object itself into the spotlight.